Welcome back, everyone. It is February 1st in the NBA. Saturday, we got some picks incoming, including the return of two unit plays. If you are new, my name's Austin. As always, we begin with a recap of yesterday. It was a good day for us, 4-1 overall. Now we'll address the elephant in the room. That would be the only loss, which was the ladder challenge. We took a Tyrese Maxey under, and yeah, he somehow got to 42 points, tipped the cap to him. But honestly, he saved us because if I had to stay up for Kevin Durant to finish 1 point short of 20 points, I'd probably be pissed. But again, that was our one loser. Ladder will probably retire for a few days, maybe returns later next week. Our four winners, though. Jason Tatum's over sweat-free. Chris Middleton, round of applause to him. He started 6 for 6 from the field. Daniel Gafford under, a little sweaty, ends with 16. That Michael Porter Jr. and Jamal Murray parlay, sweat-free. MPJ scores 10 in the first half. Jamal didn't even make a single three-pointer. So a 4-in-1 day will take it. A great close to what was a bad month for us in January. Like I put on the screen, down about 4.5 units. Not a great month. I did not mean to click that button. Historically, over the past, few years of me giving out picks, it's been one of our worst months. Maybe next year we'll try to figure out where to go wrong, or maybe we just fade ourselves in January because I don't know what the heck went down there. But either way, we're going to dive into the picks in just one moment, including the 2-unit play, which we'll start with. However, we do have a new sponsor on the channel, and I've been promoting them on Twitter a little bit more. BetPicks, it's a very similar app to PrizePicks, Underdog Fantasy, and those sort of apps out there. So if you ever want to take advantage, now's the time. They have a LeBron James free pick right now. It is LeBron to get 1 point or assist. I mean, he's in the Madison Square Garden. He's certainly going to get you 1 point, probably a lot more than that. Again, you can get that free pick using my code SHOT, SHOT, which they'll also give you a $250 first entry match, win or lose. So take advantage of that. Better. We love them. I'll be using them a lot more over the next few weeks as the NBA season goes on. They have a bunch of cool offers and stuff out there. Again, we love Better. Check it out. Use code SHOT, SHOT, or the link down below at the top of the description. But let's not talk about that. Let's start February with a bang and go 3-0, cashing all of our plays. And it begins with our 2-unit play of the day. A guy with a great first name, Austin Reeves, over 20.5 points, -110 on DraftKings, a 2-unit play. Now, if this line bumps to 21.5, which it certainly could, I would probably not play that for 2 units. I'd probably drop it down to a 1 or 1.5 unit play. But obviously, Austin Reeves is my favorite play of the day. Now, when I was doing my write-up, I was actually just going to take him 1 unit for 20.5, put a sprinkle, maybe a quarter or a half unit on 25, and a quarter unit on his 30+. I really like Reeves' matchup today against the New York Knicks in Madison Square Garden. I'll touch on that a little bit more, why I like that matchup. But again, 2 units on his regular over in points. I'd rather not get cute trying to trace a 25 or 30. Obviously, if he hits those, he easily clears 20.5, which I'll just put 2 units on and move on with my life. Now, let's talk about Mr. Reeves, and we'll begin talking about this matchup against the New York Knicks. Now, obviously, if you're a guy that just bets on hit rates, you're not going to like this one because Austin Reeves on the season, he's only over this line in 7 of 30 games. That's not a great hit rate, but obviously we don't bet on just hit rates here. We need to look at the injury report, and obviously it's pretty well known. Anthony Davis is out of this game. Now, LeBron James, we'll see if he plays. I expect him to play, obviously, but we've seen in 4 games without Anthony Davis. We've seen Reeves still go under, though, in 3 of 4. Now, this game against the Grizzlies, lose by 17. He goes 7 of 17 from the field, ends, a bucket short. So not a great shooting night for him. Against the Blazers, 5 of 15. Again, not a great shooting night there. Whatever, you move on. Big game against the Nets. Once you look, the shots started falling. And then last game against the Wizards, 6 of 14. We all know he didn't have to play a ton there. He didn't have to be too aggressive. It's the Wizards. Anyone can score on them. However, this is the matchup against the New York Knicks. Now, the Knicks, why do I love this one? Because Austin Reeves' number 1 tendency for scoring is in the pick and rolls of the ball handler. The Knicks rank dead last. Where they're really good is spot-up shooters, and I guess they're pretty good on free throws too, which could be a little bit of a demise to Austin Reeves, who is capable of getting to the free throw line. Still think he can get it done. But again, spot-up, you need your guards to be aggressive against the Knicks because the guys that shoot the threes on the outside, Max Christie's of the world, those guys ain't getting opportunities. Guys like Jackson Hayes rolling to the hoop, probably not getting a lot of opportunities. So again, your guards need to be aggressive. We just saw what they did to Jokic in the Nuggets. They basically said, Jamal Murray, take as many shots as you want. And he did. And he obviously had a big game. This will be a similar defensive scenario for Austin Reeves because LeBron's probably getting OG Anunoby, who he is the best defender for the Knicks. So again, even though Mikal Bridges is a pretty good defender, Austin Reeves is going to have to be aggressive here. If he's not aggressive, well, fine. We move on with our life. But again, we've seen guards that are aggressive against the Knicks have a ton of success. Look at these guys. These are guys that shot 15 or more times, guards, with 15 shots against the Knicks. Obviously, Jamal Murray, 33 points. Sure, he shot 25 times to get it. 14 points. We all know what happened with De'Aaron Fox. He couldn't buy a bucket. But his teammate, Malik Monk, very similar kind of shot profile to Austin Reeves, 31. D'Lo, 23 points. Trae Young, 27. Ant-Man, 36. Tyrese Maxey, 33. The list goes on and on. I get these are some of the best players in the NBA, and maybe Austin Reeves is a tier or two below those guys. But again, you keep going down further and further. Cole Anthony, 24 points. Kobe White, 33. I mean, these are all games in January. Jordan Clarkson, 25. The Knicks give up a ton of opportunities to guards, and I expect Austin Reeves to have to be aggressive here. And we've seen this season, when he gets good enough volume, we're talking, let's say 16 shots over in 5 of 9 games. A lot of the games he's just not making them. 18 shots. We're looking at a guy over in 3 of 4, going nuclear in a lot of games. 6 of 18 here. Again, I get that they are underdogs here. I get that they are 9-point dogs, and they could get blown out. I get that. But again, Austin Reeves, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I really think this is his matchup. It's not LeBron's, where LeBron's going to have a tough time driving, trying to get to the paint. It's a guy that drives or can shoot those above the break threes, which is where the Knicks have struggled this season. I really like Austin Reeves over 20.5 points, a 2-unit play, favorite play of the day. If you're only looking for one detail from me, it's Austin Reeves. He's got a really good track record on our 2-unit plays this season. Not as great track record on 1.5 units for whatever reason. 2-unit play. Austin Reeves is coming through for the kids tonight. Second play, we go to a guy on the road in a tough matchup. I still like his matchup, though. DeMar DeRozan, Mr. DeRozan, over 19.5 points. So 20-plus points for DeRozan. This is plus 100 on BetMGM. I'd play it to about minus 130. Look, I get it's a tough matchup against the Thunder, but I honestly think the matchup is the best for DeRozan than it is his teammates, like De'Aaron Fox, who might not be his teammate for much longer, and Malik Monk, and obviously Sabonis. Now, people might look to target Keegan Murray today, and I get it, but I ain't trusting Keegan Murray on the road. Guy's a fraud. I'm not doing it. I'll trust DeMar DeRozan. Now, DeMar DeRozan has come on strong recently, and we've kind of seen that since the transition into their new head coach, Mr. Christie. We saw in January, he had a really good month. He averaged 23.5 points per game. Very solid. Over this line in 9 of 14 games. Did include 3 straight games where he went under. And when he was close, 18, 17, and 19 points. His most recent game, 7 of 17. Obviously not ideal there. But again, we've seen him play well against the Thunder. Earlier this season, 30 points against them, 13 of 21 shooting. Now, why is that? Now, obviously, we know the Thunder are a great defense. They do struggle a little bit on free throws, which DeMar DeRozan is capable of getting there. Spot up. We're not really counting on DeMar DeRozan for a spot up shooting, but again, he's going to be left open. And what I really wanted to look at was you look at his shot chart against them. Obviously, we have a lot of shots in here that are going in, but just look at how they defended DeMar DeRozan. I'll play a couple videos here. Just these are his first few shots of the game. Again, they go under the screen because they're going to live with DeMar DeRozan shooting a pull-up three-pointer. But by going under the screen, normally Isaiah, didn't mean to do that. Normally Hartenstein's going to hedge and come up here. But again, if he comes up, we're seeing a drop down pass to Domantas Sabonis that we don't have any size behind him. So again, we're going to live with pull-up mid-range shots because the Thunder shoot a lot of threes. We'll live with those pull-ups. Obviously, he drains it there. If you go to his second shot of the game, they got him into the post. And when they get to the post, they're not going to send doubles because why the heck are we going to send a double when we got a 3-point shooter out here? So again, we're going to live with this, trust our defense, go one-on-one. He misses that one. But again, I think that shot is open the whole game long. And we'll just go to his third shot of the game. Again, another one where we get it to Sabonis, kind of their hub for offense, tries to get a dribble handoff. That's not going to work. Oh, you're not open. Fine. I'll get it to DeRozan again. Another guy, they're sagging off of him. We're going to stay tight on everyone else. Again, get into this pull-up. There's a reason his shot chart looked just like this. He's going to have a lot of opportunities, and I don't think it's a terrible matchup. I think you're going to see the volume be pretty solid for DeMar DeRozan, and we've seen this season, when he gets the volume, he's been really, really good. I mean, we're talking about a guy getting 15 shots as a fast-paced Thunder team over in 12 of 14 games. Both misses pretty tight. So I really think this is a good spot for DeMar DeRozan. I don't think a lot of people will back him today. I think this is his best spot. I don't like it for Monk. I don't like it for Fox. One of those is going to get Case and Wallace or Lou Dort. But I think you can get the ball to DeMar DeRozan in that mid-range area and have success against the Thunder. It's not driving and getting to the mid-range that you have success. It's really you starting there, trying to figure it out. They don't let you get to the rim, which is tough for Sabonis. Fox and Monk, those guys are a coin flip. Which guy's going to show up? I think DeRozan will have the minutes today. So give me his over. I get they could get blown out, whatever. They'll play this guy a ton of minutes. I mean, we've seen him play a ton of minutes, even in blowouts. I trust DeMar DeRozan to come through, scores 20 points. Third and final play of the day. I only have 3 picks. We're not even going to do a ladder. We're not doing any of that. It's an under. Yes, sir. We cash our Gafford under on the hook. So hope this guy doesn't get us close because it's Trae Young. Under 23.5 points, minus 110 on DraftKings, a 1-unit play. Now, Trae Young obviously did just hurt us a few days ago when we took his points and assists in the ladder. Tough. And he could go nuclear as he faces the Pacers as a 5 p.m. Eastern start. He could. But something feels off about Trae Young. And I'll talk about why. It just feels something's wrong. Like he's injured or something like that. And he's missed some games recently with an injury. Maybe it was just a back-to-back. But again, something feels off a little bit here. And so I'm going to fade him, and I'll talk about why. Now, Trae Young obviously is under this line in 5 straight games, under in 18 of his last 30. He's struggled. And these last 5 games, like recently against the Cavs, shoots 16 times. Rockets is a great matchup for him to score, only shoots 16 times. He's just not shooting a ton. Something feels off here. And while, yes, he is capable of a 34, nuclear type game, he's facing the Pacers. And sure, they're okay matchups here, but they've been a much better defense as of late, and they're really good against the pull-up 3. We see where he scores half of his points. Pull-up 3-pointers, Pacers rank 4th there. And we've seen, over these last 10 games, and I'll touch on their defense a little bit more. Actually, we'll start with their defense. Last 10 games, just recently, when Nembhard's back, 4th best defensive rating in basketball. They've been a very good defense, much better than people anticipated. They've been really good recently. And then you go into the last 10 games, pull-ups, second, or fewest pull-up 2-pointers allowed, and then 3-pointers, fewest pull-up 3-pointers allowed, shooting 20% on those shots. So again, been a tough spot. If you go to his numbers historically against this team, he's actually kind of struggled against them last year. I had a nuclear game, 38, but then the other one's 13 on 4 of 18. Again, 13 here, 12 points. They were getting smoked in these games. They've just been a bad basketball team lately. I get it. DeJounte Murray, get well soon. He just tore his Achilles yesterday. He was active in a lot of these games. But again, has not been a great matchup for him. So I'll fade him. If he goes over, whatever, I'll live with it. But I just don't think it's as good of a matchup as people might think. We obviously know Trae Young is going to have to be a facilitator for this team. They have no one else that can really create shots. I actually like Dyson Daniels. If I needed an over in that game, I think Dyson Daniels has a good game. I rather fade Trae Young, though. I can't count on the Hawks to stay competitive in any game. Pacers are playing good basketball right now. Trae's not. Sure, he's an all-star snub, but he was in their last game. He got snubbed literally minutes before the game tipped off. Couldn't use that to his advantage. I'd rather not do it. I don't mind the assist, though. If you want to go Trae double-double, that's probably what I would have taken, but it is a little bit too juice for me. I'd rather just take his under at points. So my 3 plays of the day, 2 units on Austin Reeves over, 1 unit on DeMar DeRozan over, and then 1 unit on Trae Young under in points. Those are my 3 plays of the day. Now, you guys have enjoyed when I break down a couple other games and look at a couple other picks that I considered. So I will do that. You're welcome to click off the video, but I encourage you to stay around. I'll talk about a couple other things I looked at. Won't be any added plays today. So let's dive into a couple of these games. And we'll begin. I don't really want to touch on the Lakers Knicks. This is a game I looked at. Suns versus the Blazers. The Blazers have been a really good defensive team recently. I looked. D-Book historically has struggled on back-to-backs, been better this year. I really couldn't get there on anything here. I really hate the Blazers. They just have so many guys. It's like we're just setting these guys lines at 10.5 saying, I don't know what the hell's going on. We're just going to move on. So I just don't love that game. Miami, San Antonio. I looked at taking Keldon Johnson under. I personally think Keldon Johnson is a little bit overvalued here, coming off a big game. However, the Spurs are on a back-to-back, and I know the moment I take that, suddenly Devin Vassell, Wembanyama's out. That pissed me off. So I'm not doing that. As for the Heat, we know Khalil Ware just destroyed the Spurs with 25 here. I don't know if I'd really get on board with that. A pick that I did look at, I wish it wasn't bumped up. Tyler Hero assists. Now you're getting a good value on the 6.5. He's been pretty good. Spurs, not a bunch of potential assists here, but that was like their first game starting or playing Khalil Ware a lot. With Khalil Ware in there, hey, he's going to need to facilitate. Terry Rozier, man. I really hope he shows up points-wise. I mean, woof. Another game. Orlando, Utah. Shoot me. No, I'm not doing it. I just can't. I like Franz. Free bet of the day. Paolo Banchero probably goes over because he absolutely stunk it up against us for us. Franz, I like him to get you 20. He has been so consistent this season. I just don't know if I'd really want to do that. I banned the Magic for one game. I'll be on a play in their game because I'll be at the Magic Warriors game. Denver, this is a double-digit spread, 14-point spread. A pick I did look at, Micic. I don't mind his over in assists. The Nuggets give up the most assists in the league. He is their point guard. I just don't want to lose money on a Hornet right now. I hope you understand. And then this is another big spread, just a game that I'm avoiding. I know people are going to be on Ant-Man 3-pointers. I don't mind that. Head to head, he shot 11 of them, scored 41 against them. Yeah, I don't mind that at all. And then, I mean, like Brooklyn versus Houston, there are some nasty games. I don't know what the hell you're doing in this game. I hope you understand why I avoided them. So look, the 3 picks, I meant to have them scrolling down below at the bottom of the screen. It's just there are some nasty games out there today, and I don't want to get involved with a lot of them. So my 3 picks at the bottom: 2 units, Reeves over, 1 unit, DeMar DeRozan over, and Trae Young under for 1 unit. Those are the 3 plays. Let's have a 3-0 day. Let's hopefully continue the 4-1 day from yesterday. Apologize, the ladder has been absolute cake the last few days, but we'll return a few days, maybe Thursday, Friday next week. Give it a little bit of time off. We'll be back to overs. No more of that under shenanigans. I'm not watching a game rooting against the guy. I'm just not doing it unless it's Trae Young tonight. I'll do that for 1 unit. Don't want to do it for an alt line. Just shambles. Either way, have a great Saturday. Good luck on all your wagers. Have a great day. And a reminder, if you want to sign up for Betr, now is the time. Use my code SHOT, $250 entry match, win or lose, plus this LeBron free square. That might give you some other boosts and stuff like that. Check it out. Details all down below, top of description. Betr, we love them. And it helps support the channel if you sign up using those codes. SHOT for that one, COS for a lot of the other ones. Have a great Saturday. See you in the next one. Peace.